Oh my God. Is that what the inside of my beauty blender looks like? Here's a before and after of it dirty versus clean. Pretty haunting. Today we're going to be talking about how often you should wash your makeup brushes. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe. Whether you do a quick 5-minute makeup routine or a full face of glam every single day, chances are you use brushes or sponges to help get the job done. But how often are you cleaning those brushes and sponges? If I think about how I take care of my skin, always remove makeup, treat it lovingly with serum and sunscreen and all that stuff, right? It's kind of odd that I don't think about cleaning my makeup brushes because really, you're rubbing this all over your face every single day. So whatever bacteria or oil or dirt and makeup that's on there, you're just spreading around. Which got me thinking, how often should we be washing our makeup brushes? And is there a best way to go about doing it? Over the past week, I've been taking videos and images using a microscopic camera of my brushes to show how much makeup, dirt, oil, all the above accumulates on the bristles. Here's my contour brush at 4 days, and here it is at 7 days. As you can see, there's quite a bit of buildup on these brushes, and especially this beauty blender. Holy cannoli, guys. Seeing is believing. Also, for the sake of comparison, I had our producer Amy show us her brushes, which haven't been cleaned in a month. You guys know I love a FaceTime, so I'm gonna call my friend Vjosa, who is a professional makeup artist. I wanna see what her thoughts are on how often we should be washing our makeup brushes and see if she has any tips or tricks on the best ways to clean them. Yes! Now we're in business. So I wanted to pick your brain because the topic this week is how often you should wash your makeup brushes. So I wanted to get your take.
To be honest, if I know the truth is gonna hurt some people, pretty much every time you're done using them.
Really?
Yes, your foundation brush, your moisturizer brush, if you use a brush for moisturizer, anything that's got a creamy, liquidy consistency,
yeah, you
want to use those. You want to wash those, actually wash them with lukewarm water and baby shampoo every time you're done using them. Because if you don't, dust or bacteria will get stuck to that liquidy, creamy texture on the brush bristles, and you can spread bacteria back into your pores. You can get away with not cleaning your eyeshadow brushes. For example, if you're using 5 of your eye brushes to wear neutral colors, you can get away with using the same brushes that are dirty, just kind of clean them on a towel.
What are some best practices for washing your brushes so you don't damage your bristles or the handle or anything?
Make sure that your brush is in this direction.
Okay.
You don't want to keep the brush this way and the water is running and it's getting all over. You don't want to wet this part pretty much. And you definitely don't want to wet the part where the metal part is glued to the wood. You want to keep your brush in vertical position and then just squeeze dry with your fingers. Okay. And you want to kind of let it hang off something like that.
What about the sponges and beauty blenders?
A good amount of foundation seeps into the beauty blender. Right. So then when you wash it, it's deep in there. There's about this much foundation inside of the beauty blender, so it's almost impossible to get it all out. So my biggest tip is apply your foundation with a brush on your face first. Okay. And then use the beauty blender only to blend it out, not to actually apply it.
Ah, I see.
So then the only foundation that's on the beauty blender is on the outside layer of the beauty blender. Exactly. This is a great tip. Wash them at night so that by the time you wake up in the morning, they're dry.
Got it. Okay guys, it's time to wash these brushes. I'm gonna turn on the water on warm. Now you don't have to have this silicone mat. I do like these because the little nubs tend to catch the bristles better. Oh, that's a nice ASMR sound, right? Listen to that. Wow, 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 wow. I forgot that it was actually this pale ivory color to start. There is something oddly therapeutic about this. Now, I'm sure to conserve water, you should probably turn off the water. Let me try that. That is definitely gonna be a little bit more eco-friendly than keeping your water running the whole time, right? Right, note to self. I'm gonna squeeze out the excess water on both sides. Last but not least, the one that I've been most afraid to clean, the beauty blender. You know how the beauty blender needs to be wet in order to work properly? If you're gonna wet your beauty blender anyway, you might as well clean it. Look at that, look how cute he is. This beauty blender has had a glow up. All right, time to let these guys dry. Look at this contour brush. And this eyeshadow brush? Who knew? It used to be ivory. But most of all, the beauty blender. Guys, seriously, remember all of the gunk that was stuck in there? I can only equate it to an English muffin with peanut butter in all the nooks and crannies. You're welcome. But now look at it. It's bright and shiny and pink with no mold or foundation lurking in the corners. So how often should you be washing your makeup brushes? Depends on what products you're using with them. So if it's for a liquid or a cream product like a foundation or let's say a contouring cream, you're gonna wash your brushes every single day. If it's a brush that you're only using with a powder product on yourself, single product, like this brown eyeshadow that I use almost every single day, then you can probably get away with washing these brushes once a week. Make sure you give a nice wipe down to the handles too, especially if you tend to store them in your makeup bag like this, which I think is a lot of us, right? Someday I'll have a nice little organizer. Someday. And if any of you guys are wondering, has this girl left her couch since the last video? The answer is no. I have barely left this couch.